Hi, it's Sarah V. Welcome to my little space in the internet. I'm opening my third box from Darn Good Yarn today, and I've been waiting a couple of days to open this because I wasn't finished with my project for my second box, and I wanted to make sure I got done so I didn't have unfinished project syndrome more than I already have it. But I'm really excited to see what's inside and to have another project to work on. Darn Good Yarn is sustainably produced from recycled materials and ethically produced by fair trade employment for folks in India. And the box is $10 a month plus shipping, so it turns out to be like $14. However, your first box is free. You just pay shipping. I have links and all the stuff in the description so you can find it out for yourself. Okay, you ready? I'm really excited. Ready? Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! I don't know if you can see how gorgeous this is. Oh my gosh. Okay, it is a lace weight silk yarn, 300 yards. That's huge. That's a full skein. Sparkle Sandy Beach. Lauren, this screams mermaid in your name. Super fine hand wash. It is Anamynca silk. Oh my goodness. I was just filming excuse my noisy neighbors. I was just filming the wrap up of the second box, and I had meant to say that they don't send you full skeins, and I'm not expecting them to for $10 a month. I'm seeing this as a way to sample try a bunch of their different products, a bunch of their different options, so that when you are ready to invest in a big project, you have a taste and already know what to expect. This is full skein, 300 yards? It's a lot to think about. Okay, they also send you a goodie, an additional item every month. They got stitch markers, which are fabulous because they are always lost. Let's see what they say. They always send 2 patterns. The yarn is lace-weight silk yarn, inspired by a love of the beach. Imagine the waves crashing onto the sand and the sun glistening over the water. Can you see it? I can see it. And then they gift you stitch markers. There's a crochet option. Oh my gosh, there's 2 different crochet options and 2 different knit options for shawls. A scarf and a shawl and a cowl. I'm not really good for following directions when it comes to this in particular. I'm going to keep looking around and see if maybe I'm even inspired to design something myself, which I am always tempted with the idea of, and then life gets in the way. But maybe this is the month. I have to make something gorgeous out of this, and I don't know what yet. But I'll work on it, and when I'm done, I'll check back in and show you what I got. Till then. Hello, it's me again. It feels like it's been ages, and it kind of has been since I first opened up Darn Good Yarn box number 3. If you remember, it was, well, you just saw it. It's just been a while for me. Really beautiful silk glittery blend called, I think Beach or something beachy. I opted, as usual, to not follow the pattern they gave me. Instead, I found a free shawl pattern on Ravelry that said it would takes the lace weight and about 300 yards, called Regina Marie, and I will link it below. Fantastic pattern. It turned out so nice. I'm really pleased with it. So here's a couple things. A, I didn't tie the ends in yet because I was so excited to just be done with it. It's a really interesting pattern in that you start, I've never done a pattern like this before, you start at the end and you work all of the lace first, and then you go back and pick up you pick up stitches and then do short rows to kind of like fill in the stockinette stitch in between. I really love the construction. It was a beautifully written pattern, super easy to follow, written as well as charted. Highly recommend. Just not my favorite kind of knitting. It's a 16 row pattern, so 16 rows. I think only 2 of those rows have any kind of repetition in them, so I just had to pay very close attention because no 2 rows were the same as far as the pattern goes. So I tend to gravitate at this point in my life with 2 little ones under my feet and stealing a couple minutes to knit here and there throughout my day. Something a little more mindless, so I'm not so easily lost. It had to be frogged a couple of times because of me, because the kids got their hands on it and messed something up and I couldn't figure out how to fix it. So the issue is not the pattern at all. The pattern is amazing. The issue is totally me. Also, I totally chickened out because it's so hard to gauge how much lace weight yarn you have left because the ball is tiny. Like even the full skein of yarn is a tiny ball. So I didn't do all the full repeats of this. I think you were supposed to do 26 repeats of the lace pattern before you started in on the stockinette stitch. I think I only did 23. That said, it still fits. It's still, and I had plenty left over and I probably could have gotten away with it. The only downside is that I messed up counting to go back to do the short rows. So one side is slightly longer than the other, which in hindsight could have been thoughtful in that I can always like wear it like this and like put my shawl pin in here and it will fit perfectly and beautifully every time. In any case, it was a lot of fun to work with. The yarn itself was beautiful. No problems working with it. I think it came out gorgeous and very beachy and summery, so made at just the right season. So yeah, highly recommend. I'll put all the links below as far as Darn Good Yarn, the name of this yarn, and the pattern and where you can find it, in case you feel so inspired. Big fun. So thanks. Thanks for joining me. It was great to have you here. Like I said, it feels like it's been a really long time since I've filmed anything, so it's good to be back. And until next time, be well.